Hey guys, Gizmodict here, and do you know which phone was the top most selling smartphone of 2019? It was none other than the iPhone XR. The iPhone that we guys made fun of for having a 720p display, that was the phone majority of the people chose to buy in 2019. And this year, I think that phone is gonna be the iPhone SE 2020. Apple just dropped this phone for $400 in the US, and this phone is gonna be a real pain for a lot of mid-range Android phones. So in this video, I'm going to talk everything about the new iPhone SE. Let's call it iPhone SE 2 for this video. Apple is only calling it iPhone SE. We'll discuss the specifications of this phone, and we'll also discuss the Indian pricing and availability, and I'll let you know my thoughts about the iPhone SE 2. So without wasting any more time, let's get started with this video. So if I have to summarize the iPhone SE for you, it's a phone with a processor from the iPhone 11 Pro in a body of the iPhone 8 with the camera of the iPhone XR. So basically that's your iPhone SE 2. But if I talk about the specifications here, the processor is Apple's A13 chip, which you get on the iPhone 11, 11 Pro and 11 Pro Max. So they've given the flagship processor that's there in their $1,000 rupee phone in their $400 rupee phone. And even if I talk about the RAM, I think this phone will have 3GB of RAM, because the iPhone 8 had 2GB of RAM and the iPhone XR had 3GB. So I think the iPhone SE will have at least 3GB of RAM. There is still no proper information about the RAM and the battery size. I think once some people tear down the iPhone and check out its internals, only then we'll get to know the actual battery capacity and the RAM capacity, because Apple is never transparent about these numbers. But if I talk about the storage, this phone is going to be available in three variants: 64GB, 128GB and 256GB. And then if we talk about the display, this phone gets the same display that you've seen on the iPhone 7, iPhone 8. It's their 4.7-inch HD display with a resolution of a little bit over 720p. So the PPI, if you check, is almost the same as the iPhone 11, iPhone XR. So the display quality would be the same that you've seen on the XR or the 11. It's just that it's a little bit smaller, and even though it's not a 1080p display, it still gets HDR and all of those certifications. And the contrast ratio and all of that is similar to the iPhone 11. So the display should be decent. It won't be the best, but if you've liked the display on your iPhone 7, iPhone 8 or on your iPhone XR, you will like the display on the iPhone SE. Next, let's talk about another important thing, which are the cameras. So the camera setup is similar to the iPhone XR actually. You get a 12 megapixel sensor with an aperture of f1.8, and this is a single camera setup. You don't get any wide angle lens or a telephoto lens or even a depth sensor, but Apple has still included a portrait mode on this. So it's very similar to the iPhone XR. You will have a couple of modes in portrait mode. The only thing that's missing is the night mode. You don't get the night mode that you get on the iPhone 11, 11 Pro and 11 Pro Max. But if Apple would have given that, it would have completely killed the camera competition in that price bracket. But still, this is a flagship level camera. Do note that apart from the night mode, this camera still will click similar photos like the iPhone 11. So that's great. And this will be a very strong point, because a lot of the phones in this price bracket don't have great cameras. So the image quality from the iPhone SE will be flagship level, and even in terms of video, Apple has given you everything. You've got 4K 60fps, you can record videos at 24 fps, you've got the HDR video if you shoot up to 30 fps, and you've also got optical image stabilization and slow-mo, so the video quality should be great on the iPhone SE. The front-facing camera is a 7 megapixel one, but even here you get portrait mode, you also get stabilized video at 1080p. This sensor cannot shoot 4K videos like the iPhone 11 does. So that's the difference in the front facing camera, but the rear facing camera capabilities are more or less the same except the night mode. Then if we talk about some other things, what's surprising is that Apple has given IP67 water and dustproof certification to this phone, and you've also got wireless charging on a budget iPhone. This is a feature that majority of the phones miss out in this price bracket. Even the OnePlus 8 does not get wireless charging or an IP rating, but the iPhone SE does. So that's pretty cool. And because this is made on the iPhone 8 body, you don't get any of the sensors for Face ID, but instead you get those thick bezels and you get that home button that we've seen on the older iPhones. A lot of people still prefer Touch ID in comparison to Face ID, so for them this is a good thing. You've got a physical fingerprint sensor instead of the Face ID system that we've got on all of the latest iPhones. And yes, this phone still gets NFC, so you can use Apple Pay, and you also have stereo speakers on this phone, and the stereo speaker setup on iPhones has been one of the best. You also get support for 18-watt fast charging, but here Apple is going to give you 5-watt adapter inside the box. And even though this is the budget iPhone and you might expect the headphone jack to come back, don't get your hopes up too high. This phone does not get a headphone jack. So now if we talk about the pricing, the iPhone SE starts in the US at a price tag of $399. That's for the 64GB variant. If you get the 128GB variant, it's $449, and the 256GB variant is $549. And I think at that price point, this is a killer deal. You get flagship level cameras, you get flagship level processor, and a lot of people actually want a compact phone, so for them this would be a very good thing to have. Honestly, I wouldn't like having a 4.7-inch display. I like phones with a bigger display, but there is a lot of people out there upgrading from their iPhone 5, 6, 7, 8 who want that similar type of display with flagship level specifications. So for them, this is great. If I talk about the Indian pricing in typical Apple way, the iPhone SE is a lot more expensive in India. It's going to start in India at 42,500 rupees. And if we talk about some other variants, I think they will go to 48,000 and the topmost variant will be above 53,000 rupees. So I think here, if we compare, the iPhone 8 pricing was at 42,000 rupees after the GST hike. So Apple has priced it exactly where the iPhone 8 was. And a lot of people are like, why should we get the iPhone SE? Because we can just get the iPhone XR. But do note that the base variant on iPhone XR now is 53,000 rupees. So the iPhone SE is a full 10,000 rupees cheaper than the iPhone XR even in India. And I think for 42,000 rupees, it is still not a bad deal. A lot of people want an iPhone in that 40,000 rupees price bracket, so that is a good thing for them. Do note that just because you don't like iPhones, just because I don't like iPhones, it doesn't mean that iPhone is a bad phone. There is a market for iPhones, and that is the reason why they are one of the top selling smartphones. So I think iPhone SE at 42,000 rupees is gonna do well in India. And if the banks bring in any cashback offers and get the price below 40k, it's gonna sell even more. So let's see what launch offers Apple brings to India, because the launch of this phone in India will happen after the lockdown ends. So until the lockdown ends, you're not gonna have the iPhone SE in your hands. If I talk about my opinions, I think Apple has done the right thing by putting in the iPhone SE at $400. Because if you have any of your relatives or friends coming from US, you can always ask them to get it for you, and you will get it for less than 35,000 rupees. And for that price, it's a very killer deal. And I think this phone will appeal to a lot of gamers, because majority of the PUBG players and streamers prefer iPhones because PUBG is more optimized there. You've got the A13 chip on this phone, so PUBG is gonna run buttery smooth at 60 FPS constantly. Apart from that, this phone will also have HDMI out, so you can connect it to your capture card and it'll help you in streaming. The only thing that I'm not sure of is that the 4.7-inch display might be too small for some gamers. But let's see. I will be buying the iPhone SE when it comes to India, and you guys will see a lot of content including a detailed PUBG review and comparisons of this phone. I personally really like the iPhone SE 2020. I wish that Apple would have priced it a little bit lower in India, but then considering the GST increase and the increase on import duties, this was bound to happen. But it's great to see that Apple is finally taking the mid-range segment seriously, and they have not cheaped out on the important things. I know the display is not up to the mark, but the important things in a phone, the processor, the camera, all of those things are of a flagship level, and I think iPhone SE is gonna turn out to be a very good phone for a majority of the people. So yeah, that's my opinion about the iPhone SE 2 or iPhone SE 2020. What do you guys think about this phone? Please let me know in the comments. If you guys have any questions or feedback, you can also ask me on my Facebook, Twitter or Instagram page. And a lot more videos are coming to the channel very soon. That's it for now. Thanks for watching, and I'm gonna be back in the notifications very soon. Peace.